What's poppin', y'all? Another episode of Hip Hop Becoming the New Law and Order, which I may turn into a scripted video one of these days. No promises on that. But we're starting this off. The background is A$AP Rocky, who was a member of A$AP, came at A$AP Rocky, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, and he put out this statement and then video saying that A$AP Rocky shot him in a parking lot, which is an insane accusation, but then video evidence ended up coming out, and then now we've gotten to the point where this is a full-on trial. Starting off, A$AP Rocky decided to reject the plea deal offer. So Nancy Dillon, who's covering the case, says A$AP Rocky rejects plea deal offer at start of firearm assault trial in Los Angeles. Prosecutors said if he pleaded to count one, they would ask for 3 years probation, 7 years suspended prison sentence, 180 days in county jail. I respectfully decline. Thank you, Rocky said. A$AP Rocky's lawyer also put core element of Rocky's defense on record for the first time. Joe Tacopina confirmed that they plan to call 2 witnesses who will say the firearm seen on security video was a starter pistol prop gun that Rocky carried for security reasons. And then it shows A$AP Rocky leaving for the first day. This is a pretty good deal that they gave him, but I don't think you guys remember the classic clip of A$AP Rocky in that interview, slipping on semen. Pause on that. I don't think he wants to do 180 days in county jail. That would be 6 months, 7 years suspended prison sentence. That's a long time. However, I don't know how suspended prison sentence works with probation. So if he does the 3 years of probation, but there's still 4 more years of a suspended prison sentence, if he does something wrong, does he just get thrown in there? What's the case with that? My fellas in the chat or in the comments section that have experience with this, I know there's some of y'all in there. Let me know. I'm trying to get educated on that behalf. But the thing is, if Rocky gets convicted of this, this is bad. Like he's going to be sitting in penitentiary for years. So perhaps they were looking for a better plea deal, or they were negotiating for one prior, but that didn't end up panning out. So the judge in A$AP Rocky's assault trial, felony assault, the firearm, which is somewhat similar. This has a lot of similarities to the event that happened with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, except for the fact that it's man on man and not man on woman. And then they're going back and forth. This clip is just bizarre. They're going back and forth about whether she's his common law wife, what's the situation, which it is a bit of a bizarre situation. Like some people are going to say, well, she's just his baby mama. Well, he's living with her and they're still actively together and they've had multiple kids and they want to continue to be together. So pretty much they could have just said girlfriend, mother of his children, significant other, whatever the case may be. Moving on from that, one of the first bizarre things to happen, other than the judge asking about clarification regarding the status of their relationship, he decided to, not in front of the jury, talk about A$AP Rocky's mother and say that she was very beautiful. Which, what the hell is going on with these judges? I'm convinced at this point the judge saw what happened in the YSL trial, and also, was it the YNW Melly trial? No, I think it was the YSL trial where it had the guy with the earring and he was tweaking out. And I think these judges saw how lit he got. I don't know if lit is a good measure. You want to judge your longevity as a judge with that career, but I think they're just trying to send wild stuff out, because what the hell kind of judge is saying this? I mean, he's probably in A$AP Rocky's mother's age range. Making some comment like this is dog, I don't even know what to say. How does that even sound right? Especially the judge, he's interested in the mom, or he thinks, and he's making it known that he thinks she's great. He's making it known that he thinks she's beautiful, and he's here to judge the trial or to oversee the trial of her son. So Megan Cuniff was recording this video clip where she tells Rocky, "The judge thinks your mom is gorgeous. I remarked to a couple of his team members in the elevator that the judge hitting on Rocky's mom is definitely the story of the day, at least so far." I'll play you guys that clip now.
The judge thinks your mom is gorgeous.
She is. I feel like you're gonna win this?
I know that boy. It's tough.
Hey Rocky, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you.
So somebody was asking if that's grounds for a mistrial, and I think that's a great question. She went on to say he didn't say it in front of the jury pool, like I said earlier. There are some people online that are saying that A$AP Rocky's turning down a 6-month bid with 3 years probation versus a potential 24-year sentence, which he's not going to get 24 years. Come on now. It would be likely he gets probably 10. Something that Tory Lanez got, which I'm looking at Tory Lanez if I'm Rocky. I'm like, please, God, I do not want to be there. When there's video footage is the most insane stuff I've seen an artist do in a long time. And the thing is, here with the video footage, there was no video footage of the situation with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. But Rocky's team is saying that they have 2 witnesses that are going to say it's a prop gun. I don't know how that's going to work. And how did the guy get the wounds that he ended up going to the hospital for, A$AP Rocky? So this is a case that we're going to have to follow along for sure. The issue is getting together a jury for this. Keep in mind, Rihanna prized possession of Roc Nation. Very long-standing relationship between her and The Rock. And this is important because we're going to move on further. The prosecutor asked how many people knew who A$AP Rocky was before they walked in the courtroom today. 4 of 18 raised their hands. And this is difficult twofold because they want to find a pool of jurors who don't know who A$AP Rocky is and who don't know who Rihanna is because they're linked together. So he asked who knows Rihanna. 3 to 4 raised their hands and admitted to knowing her, and the same number admitted to not knowing her. One juror listens to Rihanna and Rocky's music. She said that fact would not influence her judgment. I burst out laughing the first time I saw that. Pack her out, respectfully. Just get her out of there. What the hell is this? Not that I don't believe her, but I don't believe her. One potential juror has a relationship with Rihanna's inner circle, and the prosecution doesn't seem as friendly as the defense. Where the defense seemed affable, the state is very serious and straightforward. This is a very serious case. A guy got shot, allegedly. We're about to see what comes of that, and it's on video evidence. Why would this not be a serious case? He's almost at the level of scolding them about trying to get out of jury duty, but he's got a good rhythm. He's heavy on the call and response. And then this is where things get very interesting. You've got Reverend Al Sharpton, which if you're unfamiliar, he's a black political activist. He's been involved in activism for decades. And I'm almost certain he has a relationship with Jay-Z, Roc Nation as a whole. And he said the following: "It has been brought to my attention by the National Action Network Los Angeles office that 1 out of 106 people called to potentially sit as jurors in A$AP Rocky's trial in Los Angeles, there are only 4 black people. Or that out of 106 people, there are only 4 black people. I have been closely in touch with A$AP Rocky's friends, and though I do not know the particulars of the trial, I do know he deserves to be judged fairly by his peers, as is his constitutional right. It is absolutely ridiculous that the jury will not be fair and representative so as to deprive A$AP Rocky of a fair trial. When we have 4 black people in the city of Los Angeles out of 106 and exactly 0 within the first 30 possible candidates for the jury, something appears to be very wrong with the system. I'm monitoring this trial and challenging the Los Angeles District Attorney to ensure that fair and representative justice is afforded to A$AP Rocky." Look how they're already prefacing this. They're already working the angle of a potential negative outcome and what they can blame it on. Because if we just take a look, also, I know Relly didn't actually get shot, like for example, like bullet hitting him, but he did get grazed by a bullet. So it's similar to, I wouldn't say all the way similar to Megan Thee Stallion because they did say that there were bullet fragments, but it was inconclusive. And there's such a complication with that. But there is a similarity in that there wasn't a full-on gunshot wound. The thing is with this, Tory Lanez trial had 4 black jurors on it. Nobody talked about that. Now, granted, we don't have the full jury team here yet, but with this case, they need to find, and Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion are nowhere near, or were nowhere near the level of fame that Rihanna, of course, a global icon, and A$AP Rocky are in America. So they're trying to find, ideally for them, black jurors that don't know A$AP Rocky or Rihanna. So I don't know how difficult that is. And then on top of that, the reason why I don't like this excuse from Al Sharpton, or I don't like the presentation of this, is that I would be more willing to hear it out. And I would think it's a good angle. Regardless, people are going to eat it up. But I would think it would hold more weight if the person that A$AP Rocky allegedly fired multiple shots at and grazed with one of them was white, Hispanic, white passing, anything else but black. But A$AP Rocky, Terrell Efron, is just as black as Rocky. So in this case, how are they going to lean one way or another when both of them, you've got the same, not the same person, obviously, but they're both black. So this is where I think it's some press, positive PR being done on behalf of Rocky. So we're already starting to see narratives build up in the same way that before the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion trial even started, when Tory Lanez couldn't say anything, we already started to see this narrative build up of Megan's the victim, which, yes, of course, that's the case. However, the way they were painting everything was Tory was guilty before he ever stepped foot in that courtroom. They were talking about how he apologized, how he called Kelsey after. Kelsey just shut up immediately after that. So in the same way that Roc Nation set up Tory to look terrible in the media for a very long time before the trial even started, they were able to do it well with A$AP Rocky and just pretty much put a cloak on all of this. This hasn't really blown back at Rihanna in the same way that, obviously these are different levels of crime, but Nicki Minaj's brother, Nicki Minaj, was getting beat over the head by that. And that's her brother, and even her significant other, actually, her husband, Kenneth Petty. Yet we have A$AP Rocky here, aggravated assault, letting off shots, allegedly, and Rihanna's not getting blowback for that. So that's a good team on her behalf. But this is going to be interesting to watch it develop. This is one of the cases that I'm invested in because, number one, y'all know I mess with Rocky music. Rocky, I think he's a cool guy. I've never met the guy. Don't have anything negative to say about him personally. But if he beats this, I know it's about to be up for Rocky music fans and Rocky music listeners. If he loses this, I'm just gonna be right now. I'm just in shock. I'm baffled. I think it's audacious that he decided to not take this plea deal. Because I know Tory Lanez looking back, man, he wish he took that plea deal now. Unless he gets an appeal, we don't know the deal with that. The appeal thing is, I feel like they drag us for as long as the sentence is with the appeal with every case we've seen. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.